Welcome everyone. Today we will cover the first module on fuel biotechnology. News on the progress of biofuel production is common nowadays. Previously, the issue of biofuel mainly covered in Western media because of environmental, social, and economic benefits. It is gaining momentum in developing countries such as Ethiopia. Course objectives. At the end of this course, you will appreciate the concepts and potential of biofuel. You will explain the different generations and production platforms of bioenergy. You will develop ideas to provide solutions for the next generation of bioenergy. You will have awareness on bioenergy industry development, government policy, intellectual property, and environmental issues, as well as job and business opportunities related to bioenergy. And lastly, you will provide consultation for local decision makers on biofuel-related issues. Module 1. Introduction to bioenergy. At the end of this module, you will provide international energy consumption and production trend. You will describe renewable energies and their benefits. You will define bioenergy. You will describe the different technologies used to convert biomass to bioenergy, and you will explain the regional and global impacts of bioenergy development. For further reading, please consult the references listed here. 1.1 Sustainable Future and Current Status. Worldwide energy consumption is increasing. The increased energy consumption is the result of increase in quality of life, an increase in world population, increase in industrialization, the overall rapid world economic growth, and as a result of increase in the transportation of people and goods as a result of globalization. When we look at world energy consumption, irrespective of energy type, energy consumption is increasing. This shows an increase for energy demand. Currently, petroleum-based liquid fuels are the main primary energy sources, followed by coal and natural gas. The renewables and nuclear energy being at the bottom. Future energy consumption forecasts indicate that in the 2050s, renewable energy will be the dominant energy source. The most notable change will be observed in coal consumption, which is expected to decrease dramatically, and renewable energy consumption is expected to double its percentage from total energy consumed. When we observe world end-use energy consumption along different sectors, much of the energy is utilized in industries, followed by transportation sector. The residential and commercial sectors consume less compared to the above two sectors. It is important to mention that the sectoral energy consumption graph shows direct relationship between industrialization and energy consumption. This is to mean that energy consumption increases with industrialization. When we look at developing countries like countries in Africa, most of their energy comes from biofuels and waste, followed by petroleum products with low electricity generation capacity. In contrast, developed nations show low biofuel and waste consumption and high petroleum products consumption, particularly in the transportation sector, with high electricity generation capacity. Comparison of developed and developing countries' household energy consumption show distinct consumption pattern. 80% of energy in developing countries comes from biofuels and waste, whereas in developed countries, their main source of energy is electricity and natural gas. In developed countries, the sectoral energy consumption follow the world overall energy consumption pattern. That is, industry and transport sectors are the leaders. In contrast, in developing countries, the leading energy consumers are the residential and transport sectors. Countries like China show more diversified energy consumption pattern, which is characteristics of countries with transitional economic growth. And in the future, they will have characteristics of developed country energy consumption pattern. Energy consumption per person is very high in developed and in countries with high petroleum production capacity, such as Middle East countries. Electricity production capacity per person is high in North America and Australia, and very low in Africa, particularly in sub-Saharan African countries. When we look at access to clean fuel for cooking, sub-Saharan African countries have very low access, whereas Europe and North America with the highest. The main reason for low access to clean energy in sub-Saharan African countries is low energy production capacity per person. 1.2 Renewable energy and benefits. Renewable energy is characterized by its environmental cleanness, its non-depletive nature, its availability throughout the world, it contributes for waste reduction, it can stabilize energy price, it stimulates rural development and creates local job opportunities, it contributes for energy security of a country. These renewable energies include solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, hydropower, ocean tide energy, biomass energy or biofuel, and hydrogen gas. In this course, our focus is on bioenergy or biomass energy. So what is biomass energy or bioenergy? It is energy obtained from organic matter of recent origin. It is part of the bioeconomy, which is associated with the invention, development, production, and use of primarily bio-based products and processes. As you can see here, the bioeconomy encompasses 4 sectors: biohealth, agribio, bioindustry, and bioenergy. Bioenergy includes the generation of heat, electricity, and liquid fuels. What are the positive and negative aspects of bioenergy generation? Remember that bioenergy is carbon neutral. Carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is fixed through photosynthesis and goes back to the atmosphere upon burning of biofuel. Biofuel production will have environmental effect on biodiversity, agrobiodiversity, climate change mitigation, soil quality, as well as water availability and quality. On the socio-economic aspect, it may influence access to land, employment rates and labor conditions, income generation and inclusion of smallholders, local food security, community development, energy security and local access to energy, as well as on gender equity. The main raw materials for bioenergy production will come from organic residues and wastes, forestry, and agriculture. 1.3 Biomass conversion technologies. Once we have the raw materials, they will pass through different biomass conversion technologies to end up as biofuel. These technologies include physical, biological, thermochemical, and biochemical. In each category, different specific processing methods are included. Module 1 Main Topics. Self-assessment. Once you finish this module, please try to answer the following question. What are the reasons for future energy consumption increase? Explain the energy consumption among developed and developing countries in relation to quantity of energy per capita, the sectors that consume the produced energy, carbon dioxide emission and its source, access to clean energy for cooking. List the different renewable energy sources. What are the benefits of renewable energy sources? What is bioenergy? What is bioeconomy and bioenergy as a component of bioeconomy? Explain possible impact of bioenergy development in the environment, society, and the economy. Explain the different sources and possible conversion technologies for biofuel production. That is the end of Module 1. We will meet on Module 2.